welcome back to this week's episode of Marysville People in the Know podcast. We've got two awesome guests with us today. I'm going to throw it over here for you guys to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Kara Radabaugh, and I'm a real estate agent with the Courtright Group here in Marysville.
Awesome.
Jennifer Courtright. I'm with the Courtright Group, owner of the Courtright Group and local realtor here in Marysville.
All right, and so we are welcoming them today because they actually put on a really fun local event, the Adult Easter Egg Hunt. So I wanted you guys to kind of tell us about that cool event.
Super fun. It's at nighttime, so everybody gets decked out in their glow-in-the-dark gear, headlamps and all, looking for eggs, and the eggs have awesome prizes from the community in them. Lottery tickets, cash, raffle tickets for the prizes that are donated by the local businesses.
Yeah, and the event is April 6th, so we are still selling tickets up until, I believe, the 23rd of March. So still able to buy tickets, and then we also are looking for some sponsors. If there's any local sponsors that are still looking to donate, we're looking for a DJ or some live music, as well as table and chairs. And I think there was one other thing we were looking for, a videographer to take some pictures and video of the event.
I like it. So how did you guys come up with this idea? Because I did it last year. I'm a big fan, but how did you come up with it?
So honestly, it was probably about 10 years ago. I went to an adult Easter egg hunt in Logan, Ohio, at their fairgrounds, and there was probably 50 people there, if that. It was very small, but it was very fun. I loved how the community all came together to donate all the prizes, and it was just a blast. And so that was kind of in the back of my mind for a really long time. And my real estate team's slogan is buy, sell, give. So our big thing is giving back to the community, and we donate a large portion of our proceeds every home sale to a local nonprofit of our client's choice. And so that kind of evolved from there. I'm like, well, how could I, put this Easter egg hunt into the mix? And so that was kind of my brainchild, the next big idea for giving back to our community. So all the proceeds for the event go back to a nonprofit. And this year it's actually 3 nonprofits.
Oh, what are the nonprofits?
So this year we have Impact Station, the Union County Ag Society, and then there's a new animal rescue, Second Chance Animal Rescue.
Like I said, I've done it. It's a lot of fun.
You can't let the kids have all the fun, right?
I didn't realize how much fun finding Easter eggs could be as an adult. I only had 6 eggs. I did not get any cash, but I got a lot of coupons for Texas Roadhouse. I did get those.
Texas Roadhouse is a huge sponsor again this year.
Awesome.
Free appetizer coupons.
Yes.
In the eggs.
I don't really need a lot of appetizers. I just need the rolls, but can't be mad. But yeah, so have you ever done this, Jason?
No, I have not. But I mean, I love the idea of it, especially since I do have young kids. So like, I take them on Easter egg hunts, and any of those that actually have gifts, I'm like coaching my kids. I'm like, here, come get this one, and picking out the best ones and trying to get them the best prizes possible. So it would be nice if I could do it in a manner in which I don't feel like I'm beating up other little kids. So you guys, you had mentioned tickets to it. What is there a cost associated with that? Like, how much is it?
Tickets are $29.50.
Okay.
Each. Like we said, all the proceeds from those tickets go back to the nonprofit.
Awesome. And is there a cap of like how many tickets you guys have, or how many people are allowed?
We were going to sell 500 this year, and right now we're at 400.
Okay.
What kind of raffles, prizes do you get with those tickets?
We have so many amazing prizes this year. Yeasty Boys has donated gift cards. There's several other restaurants, Half Pint. A lot of local restaurants have donated gift cards. We have a big one this year. That's a weekend stay at Indian Lake.
Nice.
Theater has given a 3-hour rental for their movie theater space, so you can have friends together, watch a movie or a sporting event or something like that. We have babysitting vouchers that have been donated by Twinkle Toes. The Ridge has donated a foursome of golf, and then The Aesthetics has donated a large gift card. So there's lots of really great prizes.
That's awesome.
And then if you don't find raffle tickets in your eggs that you find, there is the opportunity to purchase the raffle.
Yeah.
After party. There's an amazing after party too.
Yes.
Food and drinks. This year we have the hot dog guy is bringing his food truck in, and then the peach cobbler dessert.
I ended up like with so many coupons, and I was like, I'm not even mad because like this was worth it alone.
Because we have over, I would say probably 12,000 eggs this year.
Oh man.
Lots of stuffing.
If anybody wants to volunteer, we will drop a bag of eggs off to you.
Listen, you say this number. I got 6 eggs last year. 6. I was like, what is this? Hold on.
Did you like not hear them say go or something?
No,
Like,
I did,
what-
and I found my little spot, and then everybody else found my
I'm
spot,
trying
and then
to-
like I felt like I was behind the game at that point because I followed everybody, and there's no eggs.
I'm just doing the math here, and like 12,000 eggs and 500 people. Like, what were you doing?
I was looking. I don't know. I failed. So we ended up being like a whole little group together, like at the after party and everything, and I got to actually get to know some of my neighbors and more of my community, which was really, really cool. So I have to say that's probably one of my favorite parts about it.
Definitely brings people out, and I think it's fun if you want to get a group of people, decorate some shirts and get your headlamps on. And
We had glowing bunny ears.
glow sticks, all the fun, the ways that people dress up is fun too. Makes it just even that much more.
It
enjoyable.
was pretty fun last year, I will say.
We are going to switch it up a little bit this year too. Because not only are we calling off raffle tickets that you can buy and they're in your eggs, then we'll have a separate table of bigger prizes so you can actually put in for one.
Oh,
So
that's pretty.
all we ran this year.
I'm gonna have to like really focus and have a better game plan this year.
Or maybe any game plan at all, because it sounds like you just
I did not know what I was
completely
doing.
failed at an Easter egg hunt.
I know.
Excited. This is our 4th year, and the first year we started over the county home soccer fields. And I think we maybe had 100 people if we were lucky, and the eggs we just kind of threw out in the field. But I mean, it was amazing the support we had that year. And then we had our after party at Dalton Union. They were gracious enough to host us as a private event there afterwards, which was really fun. And then the next year we upgraded to American Legion Park, so it was a little more challenging through the trees, and
That would be fun.
too. But then thankfully we outgrew being able to go to Dalton Union because of the amount of people that bought tickets the following year.
Right.
So we sold 300 last year. So the fairgrounds ended up letting us host. So now we have the opportunity to have more eggs, more people.
This is year 4, so that would mean year 1 was in 2020.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a great year to be outside.
Good social distancing plan right there. I'm gonna fight over this egg, but you stay 6 feet away.
I think it's a pretty cool feeling, especially when you're working with one of your clients and they're like, oh, I didn't even realize that you actually are donating a portion of your commission to a nonprofit of my choice. I think a lot of times they are just surprised by that. Even if we have the conversation initially, when it comes right down to it and they get to pick somebody, it's a pretty special experience for them.
So, are you guys local to Marysville in terms of like your residents?
We are, yes. So the Portrait Group, our real estate team, we're with Keller Williams in town. Our office is right by Benny's. We consist of 4 agents and an admin, and all the agents on our team live here in Marysville.
Oh, nice.
We, on top of our Easter egg hunt event that we do a lot of events throughout the year for our neighborhoods. So I live in Scott Farms, and we do into school events with bounce houses and fall events.
Fun.
And we have a Santa and a sleigh ride that comes in. And
I need to move over there.
things like that. We have one of our agents lives in Mill Valley, and he does the same types of things in Mill Valley. So we really try to be giving back all the time to our community.
I like it.
Awesome.
So, what would you say is your favorite, not hosted by you, event here in Marysville?
I really love the Uptown Friday nights. I think that they're always fun. It's always fun to see a bunch of people that you haven't seen in a while, or from different. I always see a lot of people that are from my kids' school, but you just run into people that you haven't seen in a while, and there's usually a great band and some drinks and food, and so those are always fun events for me.
I would have to agree with Kara. I mean, I love those. Like she said, you get to run into everybody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good time.
They embrace that small town feel.
Yeah.
What about?
It's funny because like obviously like that's one of the most popular events, so it's like whenever you say like what's your favorite event, I know that they're gonna say Uptown Friday nights. It's like
I gotta
I know
ask.
that it's genuinely probably your favorite event, but it seems like such a cop-out answer, like default, okay, Uptown Friday nights, that's the best. Like
I have to
But
say, like,
no, I mean, I-
mine's probably like the Mary on Main.
That was fun too.
I have to say that I know it's not like until Christmas time, but that's probably my favorite because my kids love the ice skating and it burns out their energy.
Marysville is awesome.
So I've never like super participated in Scarysville.
Yeah, that
I haven't either.
you would somehow find a way to not get any candy.
So growing up, I lived in Raymond. We didn't come in for Scarysville. We would trick or treat in Mill Valley, but like we just did stuff out in Raymond, and like we had like the little trunk or treat out there and stuff. But my mom didn't bring us in for Scarysville.
And I think the great thing about Marysville too is even if you didn't grow up here, you still run into so many people, and it feels that you don't feel like an outsider.
No.
I think everybody's very welcoming. Whether it's the local businesses, or just school systems, people, it's really really cool
You'd say it still has that small town feel.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think. Do you want to do your pizza now, Jason?
I mean, yeah, we can.
You're sitting over there quietly as we just
no,
chatter away.
actually, no. What I was sitting here about is I wanted to actually talk about something within the community. Have you guys seen the progress on the new Panda Express on Coleman's Crossing?
Is that what that actually is?
Yeah. Yep. It'll be a Panda Express. And
I hear all the different things,
I know-
so like I don't know for
Okay.
sure.
I never know what to believe until it's like
if it's coming
there.
from me, it's true. So
No,
no, it is.
no,
honestly. So
that is not true.
Performance Luxury Sport, when that went in, right on Coleman's or whatever, a bunch of people in the group, they were asking, what's going to go there. And I knew, because I knew people that literally had jobs there that were working out of Honda Marysville at the time. Like, I knew what it was going to be. I had the link to the website, and I would tell people, I'm like, yeah, it's going to be Performance Luxury Sport. It's a high-end used car dealership. And people would argue, and they'd be like, no, it isn't. And they would just like tell me, they're like, nope, it's going to be it's a motorcycle dealership. And I'm like, it's not. But, and I mean, so I promise, like, if I'm like, no, this is what's going there, that's what's going there. But I mean, when I first joined the group, I was on it like right when it first started, and people were trying to argue that the Home 2 Suites, when they were building that was going to be the Arby's.
I remember that.
And that was during the time when they had already built the 4-story elevator shaft, and people were still convinced that Arby's was going there. And I'm like, it's not going to be a 4-story Arby's.
It's a deluxe Arby's.
Double decker.
So it's funny how assertive people are about like, oh no, this is what's going to go there and whatever. Like, no, you can read the city notes, you can look through all of the meeting minutes or whatever. It is going to be a Panda Express, and
But I have never had Panda Express, so
my go-to right now is Stir Fresh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love they're so nice there too. I love them. I love that place. Like, if I need Chinese food, that's usually my go-to.
So fresh is usually my go-to.
Unless I want a buffet. Then we only have one option. And sometimes I want a buffet. I actually always want a buffet, but sometimes I try to control myself and not choose the buffet.
they got some amazing tacos at Tres Portillos.
Did they really get one of those robot waiter things or whatever?
Oh, really?
I haven't been in a little
That
bit.
is true?
Haven't seen it.
Okay. I'm surprised that
When
the
did they
person
get
who
that?
claims it's their favorite just wouldn't even know that. It's a little weird.
When did they get that? I haven't seen it.
So, but apparently the waiter still follows it out.
It just carries.
It just carries the food.
Oh.
We're going to take a short break and grab the pizza. Doing a pizza review this week, we're going to test out the pizza from Domino's, see how the local Domino's pizza matches up, and we're going to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10.
No pressure.
All right, so we are back with our sodies, and
Sodies.
crack it open.
And
We got the pizza. This week we are doing Domino's just because I'm trying to do as many locally owned, and what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of chain restaurants are franchises. So they are
Locally
usually
owned.
not by some big corporation somewhere. It is someone's business that they've just bought a franchise to. So you are still supporting local, even if it is a chain at most times. So we're going to give this a try. Like always, we're just doing a cheese pizza for this. So Scaling system, we are going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the not best.
all right. Cheers to Domino's.
I know way back in the day, they were kind of like a laughing stock of pizza places, and a new CEO took over, and I remember those commercials vividly because the CEO was like, guys, I'm sorry. Like, we just were not good. And so they've just been improving ever since. And I mean, honestly, it's a
I'm pleasantly surprised.
pretty decent pizza.
Yeah, I'm not mad about this.
Usually, like I said, I always just think of them as chains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not usually I'm a local girl, you know, I like to try all the small mom and pop shops, but it's really good. I wasn't expecting it.
I don't
this
know what they did
pizza-
different, but it's really good.
This one right here, also just in case anyone is interested in one, on the app, if you go to their coupon section, the extra large New York style pizza for one topping is $13.99. So, I mean, I would have to do the math, but usually the bigger pizzas are cheaper than two of the one size down pizza. So you actually have like more pizza with a large than you do on two mediums.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, definitely worth the price to always just get the biggest. But what would you guys rate it? Scale of 1 to 10.
I give this a solid 8. That's really good.
I think I'm gonna go a 7. I kind of usually prefer a little bit of a crispier crust, but it's still, the cheese on it is really good.
I'm gonna go with 8. The flavor is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's only got points knocked off because it's a little sad.
It is floppy. And I don't know if that's because I got like the New York style. But I didn't really want to get like every style. Didn't know which way to go with
I didn't
it,
get a
but-
big enough piece to fold it. That piece.
I know, I got the fold. Like, it's got a good fold to it. I honestly, I'm digging it. I'd probably hit it with like an 8.6.
Interesting. I'm gonna go 7.5. Doesn't quite reach an 8. I'm not a huge fan of the sauce. It's okay, but it's not putting it to the 8 range for me.
Your tickets for the adult Easter egg hunt, and we'll give away some bonus pizzas.
I like it.
Buy it yourself.
Well, now I'm even more going to get tickets.
So, have you guys ever had like New York pizza in New York?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
It's been a long time ago though.
No, I've had pizza in New York a couple different times. Just first time was when my wife at the time was just girlfriend and we went for New Year's Eve in New York. 10 out of 10, do not recommend ever doing that.
Never.
That was awful.
I've done it one time.
No.
No, so didn't know what to expect. Yeah, didn't know what to expect going into
that
it.
sounds so...
And it was
So
it was
gross.
on New Year's Eve, and it's like 10 a.m. and we're just happen to be walking through Times Square because we just ate breakfast, whatever. And they start corralling people into the area, and we're like, oh shoot, we better get in there, whatever. And they just kind of have different gated areas. You go through security, you can't have anything on you, no bags, nothing to sit on, whatever. And they corral you in these areas. And then as soon as you're in there, you look around and you realize like they don't even have porta potties. Like there is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, and we're 14 hours until midnight actually hits. So we're like, all right, well let's try it out. Let's see what's going on. And we kind of gave it some time, whatever. Then they started doing the sound testing for everyone that was performing. Everyone that got up for the sound test basically went through their entire set list. Like it was the entire performance that they were going to be doing for New Year's Eve. And Faith and we looked at each other and we were just like, yeah, you want to just go? Like
We heard the music.
It
We're
was
good.
funny because the year that we went, the only person that we didn't actually see perform was Mariah Carey, because when she went up for her sound check, she just kind of stood in different places and just kind of like, we're like, oh, that's weird. Why didn't she do a sound check? Found out later that year it's because she was lip syncing the whole thing, so she didn't need to. It was like a big, like there was this whole like news articles about it and everything.
Yeah.
That's the move.
And I mean, it worked out great. So we saw the entire performances or whatever, and then we just pieced out, and it was.
We all owe Milli Vanilli apologies.
Yeah, but New York City was so crowded that it was actually like safe for us to. We walked through Central Park at night or whatever. Like it didn't even matter because there were just so many tourists everywhere that I think even the like just slummiest criminals are like, I don't want to be anywhere around that. And they just were nowhere near the area at the time. So
Because they don't know if they're actually going to get your wallet or a diaper full of duty.
Serious question: do they wear diapers? Because every time
Yeah.
I see those crowds of people there, I don't understand where.
I found out later that they do, and yeah, you're pretty much stuck. And when we were leaving, we're just like and the security's like, well, if you leave, you can't get back in. We're like,
Okay.
all right, cool,
Bye.
like thank you.
guess to
I don't
answer
want
your
back in.
question, it depends on how early you get there.
Da-dun.
But yeah, I mean that was my first time having New York style pizza.
Say the closest to New York pizza I've gotten is Sparrow. I usually just stick to Marysville pizza. I really do. I've never been to New York, and
I'm just gonna eat this.
Jason's got the big slice.
That's why we were fighting with it down here. It was so big.
You guys have anything else you want to add to my little?
We just hope that we see you April 6th for the Easter egg hunt. And if you are still, if you would like to sponsor, we'd love to talk.
For sure. All right, tune in next week and see who we bring on to the show.